that we can get behind, right? Bulls playing very solid in the first half of this game, playing with activity on both sides of the ball. Again, getting the lead down to as low as 3 at one point. The Bulls are really they're showing something in this game. That this is the heart that we want to see from the Bulls, right? Like we said, win or lose, we want to see this team come out with more effort, and they're doing that even on the defensive end. Considering they don't have some of the best defenders out there. Kobe White 5 for 10, 3 for 5 from 3-pointers, 13 points. Io 4 for 5 from the field, 8 points. Vooch 4 for 9 with 9 points. This team is playing solid defense, right? I wouldn't say very good, but they're being active. They're rotating with attention. They're getting their hands up on it and running people off the 3-point line. Yes, Tatum has 17 points, but with all that being said, considering this Bulls roster, considering Hill playing a lot of minutes in this game, Tony Bradley as well. Like, Tony Bradley's giving us some minutes. We need to talk more shit about Tony Bradley on pregame shows, because Tony Bradley, 7 minutes, 3 for 3, 6 point. He has a positive plus minus of +5. He has the second highest plus minus of any player on this team. DeMar DeRozan is the first with +6. Only DeMar and Tony Bradley are the only 2 players with positive plus minuses in this game so far. Tony Bradley's giving us some good minutes. Matt Thomas is killing us. Let me just say this right now. I would almost rather in the second half see Dotson. Matt Thomas 0 for 3. And he's just not taking good shots. He's been caught out of position sometimes on defense, and that's not all his fault. But all that being said, this is a really good half considering everything from our team so far. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and go to the comments. I love the energies the boys came out with. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that effort tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kobe and Io stepping up big time. Vooch and DeMar really get going. They can win this game. They're in this game, absolutely. And keep in mind, for the most part of that first quarter, DeMar didn't even get on the board. So, like, yes, this team with this type of effort can. This is back to that effort that we look. Not bad from Trent Baker at all. Need effort on rebounds. They're giving effort. They're just getting out rebounded. They're missing those 50-50 balls for sure. I'm proud of the team. Listen, this is a team that you can be proud of even if they lose, considering everything. Trent, Vooch is playing very well, for sure, for sure. Playing hard is all we can ask. That is all we can ask for. I'm glad to actually see some life. Now, the thing I will say, and again, I know some people don't like it when I do this, the thing is concerning is that Kobe looks winded out there. Like, look at Kobe. Like, now, to his credit, he's still knocking down his shots, but I just wonder if the minutes are going to actually get to them as far as the legs late in the game. But again, that's a concern that may not even be shown. That's just one of those me things that I noticed. Not much cutting off the ball, but still better effort so far. I would say that I saw some cutting, especially in that first quarter. It looked like they got away from him, especially as bench players started coming in. Even if we lose, if the team keeps this effort, I'm happy. I'm right there with you, brother. Right there with you. Zach News is motivating for true. For sure, for sure. Matt Thomas is dookie. He is playing like absolute dog crap tonight. Kobe's looking real good to get up that 30 for all the pieces we have missing. This is a close game. We need more people to step up. Didn't have my lights on. Absolutely, absolutely. Agree on rebounds. 3 straight up trips down the floor. The Celtics got multiple shots that hurts you more when you're shorthanded. For sure, for sure. I don't know if he's good enough to be on the roster, but I still love Hill's grit. Listen, I'm telling you, especially at a time like this, like, he's only on a 10-day. He's probably not going to get a second 10-day depending on what happens. But, hey, he's really giving some effort out there. Matt Thomas's ass, that's all I'm getting from this game, for sure. Bro, you got to see, and this is the thing. Edwin, you know you're my fam, and I appreciate you. But, no, Vooch is not killing us. Vooch is not killing us. Like, y'all got to, like, some people are so quick to make Vooch the target, and he's absolutely not killing us. He's not killing us. We can still compete with these teams. We got Vooch, Kobe, Io, and DeMar. Absolutely, especially when Kobe and Io are scoring like this, for sure. I feel good with what I'm seeing. Boston like to use this game to put NBA on notice, but our depleted team is causing them trouble. Look at Boston's body language on the bench. And the fact that it took Tatum to score 17 in the first half to be up by 5, yeah, a couple more shots go down, this game could look completely different. Only 3 turnovers for the Bulls. Nice to see them taking care of the ball. Celtics only got 4 turnovers. Got to get more deflections and steals to start the fast break. Also, I think Tony Bradley heard us pregame. Listen, it's funny how when we talk about people, they seem to pull it together. Io's going to be a big part of tonight, and he has a big role for sure. He's a starter in there. He's going to play a lot of minutes. I like Hill defense. Listen, he's especially getting that That charge call, for sure. Vooch is looking for a shot, which is good. And he was going to the middle, something that we haven't seen, going down low, using post moves, even against Al Horford out there, who's not a weak defender at all. Io's defense, for sure, for sure. Where have you been, Edwin? Zoe's out with knee soreness. Tatum does have 17, but 6 for 15. I'll live with it for sure. And listen, let me say this. I was worried there because I think on the first couple of possessions he guarded him. Tatum, I don't know if he got the basket, but he was able to do some things. Io's defense on Tatum, listen, if Io can start, and he's done it in stretches, but if he can give us that consistent defensive effort guarding somebody of Tatum's size, just imagine what that's going to unlock once we get our full complement of players back. Dennis Schroeder is the biggest flaw. Dennis Schroeder is he's a flaw. I was going to say something more harsh, but I'm going to leave it at that. If we don't up the defense, what Io's doing great on Tatum, we gotta up this D. I mean, we really don't have the personnel to do much more than what we're doing, but they're playing active on D. Now, if they can start getting turnovers, get some more of those 50-50 balls, things can really change. Looks like we got tighter on defensive end in the second quarter. If we hang on, we can definitely snatch this win. Boston is known to give up leads. Hey, all it takes is for Brown and Tatum to start chalking up shots and don't make them. It's over. Well, not mean say it's over, but we can definitely get in this. Hopefully in a week we have most players back. In a week we should have Caruso. Zach should be back by then. I think Derrick Jones Jr. No. I think Javonte Green should be back by then. I know we're going to be without Derrick Jones Jr. for a while. Kobe's been stepping it up on defense, and he's showing that today. Tony Bradley. Listen, Tony Bradley, a transition bucket from Tony Bradley? Come on, man. It shows we need a power forward. The paint be wide open, bro. That's more of a defensive scheme. Again, part of that is that this team knows what they lack. And keep in mind, again, you're judging this off this team, what we have out there right now. Let's not even go off that. Happy the Bulls are playing with effort. Go Bulls for sure. Tony Bradley, wow, what a showing. He's heard us talking shit. Durant went out with the knee injury. Yeah, I saw that. I got an alert for that. And it's go back to this. It's scary how similar that play that Kevin Durant went out on was to Zach LaVine's. Kobe dropping 30 tonight. It definitely looks like it for sure. Bulls giving much better energy tonight. And that's what defense usually is. That's why when people talk about defense and stuff, defense is mostly effort. Like, yes, lockdown one-on-one defense is completely different. That's a skill thing, size thing. That's using your length. But when it comes to quality NBA team defense, it's really about effort. It's really about rotating. It's really, you see the Bulls rotating to who's getting that open shot. Now, sometimes they were slow on it, but that effort is there, and that's what you want to see for sure. Vooch hitting from all levels so far has been big. 3-level score as a 7-footer damn near. Yes, that is completely versatile. Vooch having a good game so far. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Good stuff from Kobe tonight for sure, for sure. A lot of these comments are going to be about energy. Alex Flores, our energy is looking a lot better tonight. I'm already liking Hill's grit so far for sure. Edwin Washington. So we're not going to speak on the kid Hill who's playing great defense right now. We kind of touched on it. Yeah, he's giving us some quality minutes tonight. He's really giving us quality minutes, and that's what we need. Kobe going to finish with 7+ threes. Hey, Kobe was starting to come on especially in that second quarter for sure. I swear Io was a steal in this year. Oh yeah, for sure. He has as much potential as anybody outside like the top 5, and even then, some of them I'd say. This day in history, 97-98 Bulls were 27-12. We beat the Bucks 96-86. This gives me hope for our team having a very similar record to our championship record at this point. Listen, it's a long season. And I get blowouts suck, all that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, this is a long season, and especially considering who the Bulls have had out and things like that, listen, things can really turn around. Y'all call Vooch not contesting shots in the paint a good game. Are we watching it? Again, you're talking about one thing, one aspect of basketball. And it's not just that. Yes, Vooch is having a good game. He's good. Again, not a perfect game, but Vooch is absolutely having a good game. When you want to harp on the players, like the thing that is the weakest part of their game, like, yeah, you're going to have it. You're going to have things like that. But Vooch is being active out there. He's rotating. He hasn't been getting caught in as bad on pick and roll switches, and he's scoring very well. Yes, Vooch is having a good game. I'm a bad Bulls fan tonight. I missed the first half because I was mad Zoe wasn't playing. Come on, Edwin. We need your support, bro. We need your resiliency, just like we need the rest of the team's resiliency. People forget Vooch was number one option on an Orlando team that made the playoffs, one of the best stretch fives, if not best, in the league. Vooch's skill set offensively is not a common one in the league. There's not that many players of his size that can score on all three levels. There's not very many players like that. And again, people talking about Vooch's defense. Vooch was the 5th in defensive ranking last year in the NBA amongst all centers. And then even over the course of his career, yes, he's not a great one-on-one defender, but his defensive rating hasn't been lower than 18th, right? 18th. Now, again, that's not the top half of the league over the course of his whole career. This season, he's the 8th a defensive ranking of all centers this year. These are facts. These are facts. So yeah, when people just want to shit on Vooch's defense, we know he's not the best one-on-one defender, but there's so many more aspects of defense than that. They need to pound the ball inside of Vooch more in the second half. They can't. Well, the thing is, Horford, he can definitely give Vooch trouble. You want to keep being versatile in how you use Vooch, because if you just do Vooch just in the middle, Al Horford can make it difficult for him. I always dish to Bradley was fire. So good Bradley can't even bobble it. Listen, when you have, and I've said this in the game, even as much as I shit on Tony Bradley, when Bradley is on, he gives you, now, he hasn't been on both sides like he has been tonight very often, but Bradley's giving us some good quality minutes. Don't forget, guys, let me know when the game is back on. Vooch was literally the only one doing good in the first quarter. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists in the first alone. He kept us from getting blown out in the first. Got to give that man some credit when he plays well. Absolutely, King Austin. Absolutely. We need to quit playing as I hope what you see. Matt Thomas is hurting us. Matt Thomas is hurting us out there tonight. Praise up for KD. Having an MRI tomorrow. I'm a Bulls fan. Most importantly, I love the game. But yeah, you don't want to see anybody get hurt or have any type of injury that's going to affect their career long term. So especially when it's knees, especially a 7-footer like Kevin Durant and just how he's built, definitely prayers up to him. You don't want to see anything like that. Do you see how slow Bradley was running in the trans? Yes, he was running slow, but he's giving a lot of effort out there. If the Bulls keep this close, I'll be happy. No blowouts, please. Listen, this type of effort, even if somebody gets hot in the second quarter and this game really gets out of hand, the Bulls are giving great effort out there. No one's saying he's not scoring, but you also have to. But yes, it's two sides. You said he's not having. You said who's saying he's having a good game? He's having a good game. He's having a good game. Absolutely, like he's having a good game. Period. Point blank. It is what it is. He's having a good game. He must be awesome type of deliverer if you think Vooch is the problem, isn't playing well in this game. Hey, DeRozan should be looking for that Schroeder switch because Schroeder is too scrappy for him to get a good shot on. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. If DeMar can get going and guys starting to hit open shots, Bulls can at least make the rest of this game. Listen, this has been an interesting game already. DeMar has to start finding the open man when he gets double teamed, and we have to cut once he does. Easy buckets. Yeah, this team definitely needs to cut. Like when our players aren't cutting off the ball, it makes DeMar's job a lot more difficult, especially when they're double and triple teaming him at sometimes. Let's see. Kobe needs to take every shot available. He's a top option for. Oh well, let's say this. Not that he needs to take shots within the flow of the game and open shots, because we did see a little bit of Kobe forcing it to begin that first quarter, and it may have been him feeling like, hey, I gotta score this game. And we saw him letting the game come to him more as the game went on, and by the end of that second quarter, he's gotten going for sure. Love Io smile when he makes a tough shot, gives confidence. Hey, yes, and that floater, if he starts hitting that floater, that is going to be a beautiful thing. We need to stop playing Matt Thomas and Troy Brown. Listen, typically what happens with Troy Brown, and one thing that I've noticed, it's very rare that he has a whole game where he does well, right? Usually he has really, really good halves, either first halves or second halves. He didn't play as great in this first half, so I'm hoping he's been giving effort out there, right? Let me clearly say that his shot wasn't falling. He took some shots that normally he wouldn't have to take, but if he keeps giving effort, I trust that he's going to have a really good second half for us. Really good second half for us. Is everyone back versus? No, everyone will not be back versus Cavs. More than likely, Zach will not be back for that game. It's a chance, but he may not be back for this game. D-Dub, Mac McClung is no longer on this team. He actually did not sign him to another 10-day deal. He's no longer on this team. All right, somebody. Game's coming back on. Game starting. Game on. Game on. All right, game's on. Second half's on. I will see you guys after this after the second half for the post game live show. Make sure you're here. Make sure you hit that like button before we go. Get those likes up. You know, I don't usually plug that. Usually somebody in the chat's doing it for me. But like I like to end everything on, go Bulls, man. Go Bulls in the second half. Let's lift our team up in spirit and get excited about this game. Our team is showing great effort in this first half so far. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'll see you guys after the game. Peace.